Welcome back to Chamber Exchange, a TV show. I want to thank our sponsors, Bank Hometown and St. Vincent Hospital, for making the show happen. Pleased to have with us in our second segment, Dave Clayman, who's the co-founder and CEO of 12 Points Wealth Management. Dave,
Yes,
welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So 12 Points Wealth Management, the name somewhat speaks for itself, but I'm sure you want to get into some detail about the range.
Yeah, it kind of does and doesn't, because we've really expanded the 12 Points brands as a whole. So 12 Points Wealth Management is where we started. My background was in wealth management for 20 years before we founded the firm. And then we really decided that more than anything, business owners are often neglecting their own personal situation. They're helping their employees, they're helping the community, but they don't take care of their own situation. So we've grown out our business consulting services and really focused to handle the business owner from the beginning of starting the business all the way through their sale and their family legacy.
Got it. So if we just kind of say that, traditional kind of wealth management or financial planning is, trying to get people to think ahead, right? Is that it in the most elemental form?
Yeah, business owners are so busy keeping their heads down running the business that they miss the time to take care of themselves. And it's really a great opportunity. What's a business owner's largest asset? Probably their business. Yeah. They can probably tell you they've checked their fidelity statement lately. They know what's in their 401k. They have no idea what their business is worth. So we try to help them understand how do they maximize their most valuable asset that, frankly, they're giving up family time and fun time to grow that. Why aren't they paying attention to what it's worth?
Right. So you brought up a good point. So you're a business owner, like you said, you're delivering the goods or service, making the widgets, or whatever it is, and focus on employees, payrolls, all the different things that government at different levels ask you to do. But maybe you're getting your salary, putting a little bit away, but this valuation of the business. How do you understand that at some point? The succession planning, et cetera.
Absolutely. So, no one wants to talk about exit planning or succession planning, right? We are often tied up, our identity is in our business. As a business owner myself, one of my favorites is in the movie Maverick. Tom Cruise says, I'm a naval aviator. It's not what I do, it's who I am. A business owner is the CEO of their business, the president of their business, the founder. That's what they do, it's who they are. And it's really hard to think ahead. They're trying to just grind through the day. Even when they're successful, they're thinking about everybody else often. So how do we get them to think about what the future looks like? Because the future can change very quickly for good or for bad.
Right.
These days, multiples, private equity is paying enormous sums. Suddenly you might have more money than you ever thought possible, and that's a good thing. But if you're not ready for it, that deal will never happen. Or, if God forbid something bad happens to you, how does the business go on and not be forced into some kind of a liquidation if something's happened, so that it benefits you, your family, and the people and causes you care about?
Right. So you mentioned, private equity. There's some verticals that they're trying to acquire, and you see that with a lot of the family insurance. That used to be on every neighborhood or business district are kind of getting gobbled up by these kind of larger entities. So that may be that moment. Well, it's time, right? Others, it may be. I'm getting to that retirement age or have some health issues. Is there succession planning? Someone in the family, do we sell it, right? You probably go over all of those things.
Yeah, and really good exit planning is just good business planning, right? You want to make the business worth as much as possible for you while you own it too. So many people say, I want to sell in 2 years, let's optimize everything. Didn't you want to optimize it while you owned it? Doesn't that seem like a really good idea? So just taking a look not only at the quantitative factors, which is what most people look at, but the qualitative factors. How dependent is the business on you as an individual? How trained is your staff? How recurring is your customer base? All those things that really lead to the value of a business, because a lot of time when you do get a valuation, somebody says, oh, your company's worth $5 million, but they've only looked at the numbers. They don't know the internal workings, and when you go into that negotiation, whether it's private equity, another corporate buyer, whatever that is, they're going to beat you up because they're going to look at all the different things that are going to tell you your baby's a little ugly. You don't want to hear it. You get defensive, and you think your business, hey, someone told me my business is worth $5 million. I'm not selling for $3 million. That's why 75% of businesses that go to market never sell.
So you kind of go through that process with the owner, not, at that 2-year date when they just say sell it, but you try to work with them as far in advance so there's kind of a realistic assessment, understanding of what's positive and what may detract from an optimum sale price.
Yeah, ideally we'd love to see them 3 to 5 years before they're ready to go, but we like to work with businesses throughout the entire life cycle of the business. We can help them figure out what's best for their employees, how to retain those key employees, make them long-term, how to plan for their own personal wealth, and how to optimize the business that they're working so hard to run.
So in that 3 to 5 window, when you see that there are maybe some issues that a potential buyer might say, would bring up in trying to bring down a sales price, are you able in some instances to work with them to fix those, or it's just kind of some cases just the nature of the business that they're in?
No, most of the time they're fixable. It comes down to how much time can the business owner devote to it, but most of the time we can either through our own selves or the network. We like to say we've got a great network that can solve any problem for any business owner anywhere in the country. So it's been a great group of individuals and companies that we've built up as consultants to help these businesses that we can bring our army to serve our business owner clients.
Right, right. So it sounds, the message is the sooner the better to kind of come in, even if someone's thinking, look, I imagine myself being with my business for the next 15 years. It's not too early to kind of come in for an assessment and kind of discussion about, you said, maximizing or optimizing operations and benefit, but is that also trying to, are there also in that period of time the opportunity to, even if you're not selling, withdraw
Make more
money?
money?
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's great opportunities to make more money for yourself, for your people. There's also a great opportunity to think about what your legacy is. So many people think legacy is what you leave behind. We believe legacy is what you live every single day, whether that's more time with your kids. We believe in the and, not the or. You can be a great business owner and a great dad, a great mom. You don't have to pick the or. So working with someone to help you understand how to have the and is really where we excel.
Right. Now, we have a fairly diverse economy here in Central Massachusetts and the Commonwealth for that matter, and that's generally a good thing because you don't want to be wholly reliant on any one particular sector. But do you have sector specialties?
Sure.
Did you kind of go across the gamut from?
We can do a lot of things. I don't do a lot of tech. I'm not smart enough to understand it most of the time.
Yeah.
But auto dealers, manufacturing, food distribution, health and wellness, real estate, those tend to be our really great, and family entertainment and amusement centers. Those tend to be our specialties.
No, there are some specialties in there, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So what was it, family?
Family entertainment and amusement centers, yes.
Yeah.
We have people on staff who used to work at them, so we've got a key competency there.
Right, so you've got people kind of in some of those spaces. And,
yes, sir.
Well, that's great. So if a business is interested in kind of engaging with 12 Points, how do they reach out? Website, talk to you? Do you come for a visit?
Yeah.
They go for a visit? Or?
So 12points.com, the 12 is spelled out, or you can email me at dave@12points.com. And we have 2 special offers going through the chamber right now where we are offering a free business valuation for anyone who wants to know what their business looks like if they're a member of the chamber. Normally it's anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. So that's free.
I was just going to say thank you for that, but that's pretty significant and really, 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 really important thing for a business to do.
It's really hard to plan for your future. It's like building a house with no plans.
Yeah.
And many of us, myself included, I want to build the 4th floor. I don't want to think about what the foundation looks like, but somebody has to. So we help the business owner understand where the foundation is and whether they assign that to us or someone internally that's going to make sure that foundation doesn't collapse while they built the 4th and 5th floors on the building.
Right. And I'm just going to guess this, but there's probably a significant percentage, a majority of businesses probably have not done that.
85% of business owners have no idea what their business is worth nationally.
So that valuation is really critical.
We believe it is.
To validate the work that they do, their employees do every day, but also to plan for your future.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then another array of services you can provide besides just kind of the evaluation and the assessment?
Yeah, if anybody's familiar with the book Unreasonable Hospitality by Will Goddard about the #1 restaurant in the world, so they built a culture on serving and having an unreasonable level of hospitality to their clients, because we know today it's really hard to compete on price. It's really hard to compete on time, performance if you're a financial advisor. So competing on service, and so we help them. We train. We get certified in unreasonable hospitality, and we can train businesses. And we secured a workforce training grant from the state of Massachusetts that you can actually do that for free.
That's great. Often an overlooked element of in any business is the customer service.
Yes, sir.
Component of it. Well, Dave Clayman, co-founder and CEO at 12 Points Wealth Management. Great discussion. Thank you for that offer to our chamber member businesses for a free valuation. Really, really important. And Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
We're going to come right back for our final segment.
These days, you've got your hands full in life. That's why we help you bank simply and securely with tools like Face ID and Touch ID. It's why we make it easy to make purchases on the go and get cash back while you're at it. Why we help you quickly deposit checks wherever you are. And it's why we lend a hand with sending and receiving money right from your phone. So even when you're on the move, you can manage your finances. Bank Hometown. Unlock your potential.